May I invite you, sir, to kindly grace the stage with your his presence. In one tale, our guest of honor, Sri A. Robert J. Ravi, Chairman and Managing Director, Bharat Cloud Inc. In one tale, Steve Ramachandran, President of India Forum, Mr. Vivek Victoria, National Head, Network Partnerships, Bharti Airtel. May I invite Mr. Andrew Kumar Welser, Vice President, Broadband APAC Comsco. May I invite Mr. Sanjay Nagpal, Director, Go-to-Market Pharma. I invite Mr. Puneet Garg, President, Group Wireline CTO with ISGO. I invite Mr. Anand Tandon, Director, Broadband India Forum, and Mr. Shachidaran, Bharat Exhibitions, to kindly join us on stage, please. Namaskar and good morning. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, participants, respected members of the press and media, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the second Broadband India Summit 2024, Connecting the Unconnected, which is being organized by Power Exhibitions and co-organized by Broadband India Forum. The summit holds immense importance as we collectively aim to bridge the digital divide and create a digital hub where connectivity reaches even the most remote corners of the country. Today's summit will focus on the connecting the unconnected for digital travel with a special emphasis on wireline and wireless connectivity, fiber optic networks, 5G satellite communications, and 5G intelligent visits. Together, we will explore how innovative solutions can transform connectivity across rural, urban, and remote regions, ensuring no one is left behind in the digital revolution. And let us begin this landmark event with the auspicious lamplighting ceremony. I have the honor in requesting Honorable Chief Guest and dignitaries of the days to kindly light the ceremonial lamp and formally inaugurate the summit. And let's put our hands together as the second Broadband India Summit 2024 has been formally inaugurated by Honorable Chief Guest and other dignitaries with the auspicious lamplighting ceremony. By lighting the lamp, we invoke the goddesses and gods, seeking their blessings to guide us for the success of our mission. And may I request for a group photograph, sir, with the lamp, a group photograph. Thank you. Thanking all our dignitaries for kindly doing the honors. You may kindly be seated, sir. Bharat Exhibition is a leading event management and trade promotion company in India that specializes in organizing high-profile conferences, exhibitions, and trade shows across various industries, particularly in the fields of telecommunications, broadband, IT, and emerging technologies. Through its events, the exhibition plays a crucial role in fostering dialogue, collaboration, and partnerships between the public and the private sectors, helping to drive the growth and development of key industries in the country. The company's vision is to support India's growth story by promoting innovation, technology adoption, and policy framework. To formally welcome everyone, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Shashidharan, Managing Director of Bharat Exhibitions, for the welcome address. Mr. Shashidharan has been at the forefront of organizing forums that bring together industry leaders and policymakers to advance India's broadband landscape. And let's welcome Mr. Shashidharan for the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bharat Exhibition has been connecting the unconnect for the last 21 years. We started in 2003, sir, and we've been organizing only the trade shows, including the DOT, the TRI, ITU, along with now VIF, we are doing last couple of years, events on broadband, smart cities, data centers, Wi-Fi, etc. I take this opportunity to welcome Sri, our the chief guest, who has taken out time from his busy schedule, Sri Neeraj Verma, IAS Administrator, Digital Bharat Nidhi. The name has been changed if you all remember. Sir, welcome to Broadband India 2024. I invite Sri, to Robert Reviji. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much. I know from your busy schedule, you have taken out time to join us. We also have Puneet Garg, who is all the way from Mumbai with us, joined from Jio, who is the president of Reliance Jio, the broadband for the Reliance Jio. He is here with us, president and group wireline CT. We have Shri TV Ramchandran, the president of Broadband India Forum with us, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Sanjay Nagpal, director, Go to Market Tara. Sanjay, thank you very much for joining us today. Andrew Bond Webster, Vice President, Broadband Asia Council. Andrew, thank you very much for traveling for this conference. Thank you so much for that. My good friend, Dharmendra Khajuria, National Head Network Partnership. Another thank you very much. And Brigadier Anil Chandan, Director General Broadband. So thank you so much for joining. India is the brainset of entering a new phase of growth facilitated by the government ambition and progressive progress broadband can stimulate the growth significantly with stakeholders coming together to define ambitious yet realistic goal working towards achieving them. I'm very happy to see the various departments here, including the CRPF, the Army, the Air Force, and the Telecom Fraternity. So I don't want to spend much of time on, welcoming. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೀ ಬಹಳ ಇದೆ. But, we all waiting for to listen to the rush back to their offices to their duty. So with this, I welcome you all to the Broadband India 2024. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for your warm words of welcome and setting the tone for today's discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-organizers, Broadband India Forum is dedicated to the development and enhancement of the broadband ecosystem. And we are honored to have with us Mr. T.V. Ramachandran, President, Broadband India Forum, who has been a driving force behind the broadband evolution in India. He has been instrumental in shaping the policies and infrastructure that are paving the way for a more connected and highly inclusive India. And I now have the proud privilege in inviting Sir for the inaugural address. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. T.V. Ramachandran.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mr. Chief Guest, respected Chief Guest, Mr. Neeraj Verma. Good morning, eminent special guest of honor, Mr. Robert Ravi, CMD BSNL, and other esteemed and eminent colleagues on the dais today. As Broadband India Forum, I cannot imagine not being here for the Broadband India Summit. And when my great friend Shashidharan told me that this is going to happen on such and such a date, I said, definitely I'll be there. Though I come from Chennai nowadays. So it is my pleasure to be with you all. and share a few thoughts on this occasion. I'm not supposed to give any long talk, but I have a short presentation, and before that, I wish to say something. Because my purpose, my objective is given to me, terms of reference is that I have to set the context and introduce the day and its proceedings to you all. I think no better way than to start with something about internet, something very profound, which one of the fathers of what we're all doing, Mr. Bill Gates, said. I think many of you might be aware of that. It's a very famous statement of his. He said, internet is becoming, I would say fast becoming, the town hall for the global village of tomorrow. A very profound statement. You all know what's a town hall. A town hall is where everybody can congregate, ask any questions, be answered, entire public, private, everybody. So this has become, internet is really veritably that. It is a source, a fountainhead of all wisdom, all knowledge. And that is the global village of tomorrow. And as you all know, well, Bill Gates was right. But it is now forcibly true that it's not just that. Plain vanilla internet is no longer the requirement of the day. It is meaningless. It is valueless to have plain old internet, which was a dial-up internet. What we all ask for today is high-speed broadband, which is consistent and reliable. Not momentarily high speed and good, but which should be consistent and reliable and secure. Security is a paramount consideration. So in that scenario, we need to discuss the aspect of broadband, how it is to pervade all aspects of our living, and how, like the government has said, it should be a broadband for all, by all, for all, purposefully all, throughout the country, leaving no one behind. That is the motto. And today, whether it is a remote villager in Assam or any other even more remote place, inaccessible place, whether it is somebody in the suburban areas or even in Delhi, for example, you go to Badli village or some place like that, are all connected? No. There's a lot of scope for further improving on that. And connecting the unconnected is the biggest motto today. And we cannot be more fortunate than to have Mr. Neeraj Verma, um, Mr. Neeraj Verma and Mr. Robert Ravi, who are both championing this particular aspect of connecting the unconnected today. So it's a very great pleasure for me to take up 5-10 minutes of yours and see how we can go for good broadband. Everybody is demanding that. How do we provide that? And we have all seen that in pandemic also. Despite whatever telecom connection we have, despite however good the pipe, unless the content is there to give good broadband, you are lost. You would have lost the game in the pandemic. Therefore, the objective in this broadband summit, I humbly submit today, is that the entire proceedings will be focused only on how this is to be achieved without leaving anyone behind. That's the purpose. I have no answer. You people are all going to discover the answer with the eminent panelists and speakers who are going to follow. So my job is easy. I just state what is the end objective of both Shashi and myself in having these broadband summits. I'll just take the liberty of 3-4 slides to talk about. Like I said, connecting the unconnected. How do I move this? Yeah. I think it's important to see what are we talking about. Broadband today is not a single thing. It's not a single vertical. When we want broadband, we want the summation of several critical elements. And they're all listed here. And it's not my word or your word or DOT's word. It is the world's highest standards authority, ITU. They have laid down what are all the elements which have to go into broadband infrastructure. And this doesn't mean also that everybody is equal. As the great thing goes in law, equal is not equitable. They all have to be in a calibrated, proportionate manner, which is required. The summation of the whole must be larger than the whole. And these multiple technologies are required to build a robust infrastructure. Where are we today in all some of these verticals? I can't deal with all those verticals in this 5-10 minutes allotted to me, but I'll just present a big picture about you just to show how India today offers a tremendous potential in many verticals. Why are we all so enthusiastic about broadband? Because it offers everything to everybody, every segment, every technology. How do we see that? Mobile penetration, we are very good. We are a mobile first country and we are far ahead of the other verticals. But even then, we are only 75% of the global average. So you got still tremendous scope in this country. You look at fixed broadband, which is the ultimate broadband. Fixed broadband is probably the most robust, most reliable way of having broadband. And there we have got an incredible scope. Global average of penetration is 18.4. We are only 2.95. So 1/6, about 16% of the global average. And this is required for consistent, reliable, and high quality broadband. Without fixed, you won't get that. SATCOM. India is going great places with ISRO and what we are doing in SATCOM. But with all that, it is still, there is a huge potential, as you can see. And SATCOM can go where terrestrial networks cannot go, which are the remote and inaccessible areas. So that is the most important bridge, sirs, for our digital divide. And we need to see how to exploit it, leverage it to the maximum. Public Wi-Fi, when you talk of wireline, when you talk of fixed broadband, it automatically goes with Wi-Fi at the end. So we have to have public Wi-Fi in a much more universal way. And here again, there is tremendous scope. In India, we are less than 0.5% of the world's norm. So just the amount of opportunity in all this is fantastic. And look at the final end. Bottom line is, what are the net unconnected? Of course, Mr. Neeraj Verma and Mr. Robert Ravi know this backward. Even if you wake them up in the middle of the night, they can give us a talk on that. The extent of net unconnected, we have got this much. We have gone way, way ahead compared to where we were, but the scope for growth is still excellent. And our opportunity as a market value is estimated to be about 35 billion per annum. That's humongous. Which country can offer you that? Oh, sorry. How is it going backward? Sorry. Uh, a little, a little more data about fixed broadband. I mentioned it. It's most reliable. It's in fact the world's data carrier. 83% of global data traffic is carried on fixed broadband. Fixed broadband is exploding. It is exploding. Worldwide data tells us that it is growing 20 to 30 times the mobile. 20 to 30x of what mobile is today, whether it is in Europe or USA or elsewhere. In India itself, the preliminary trials which BSNL did some time ago showed 10x in the nascent trial. So mobile data in India will also grow multiple fold, 3 times. That of course will happen because, as I said, there's scope even in mobile. So all the whole, India will have to grow its data demand, whether you like it or not, by several fold by 2030. This is very funny. I don't know why. Ah, no. This gives you my final slide. I end where I started. The picture we need to have of internet and broadband is a holistic picture. This is what we have made. This is something which tells you pictorially that there is a scope and a role for everything. The technologies are in the vertical, where you want speed and capacity, which way to go in technology. If you want capacity and speed, go up from SATCOM, low latency, it's high latency, up to highest level is fixed broadband on fiber. Fixed broadband not on copper or coaxial, on fiber. That is the ultimate. Mobile broadband is in between. And the color intensity tells you how these parameters are growing or diminishing. Population color intensity is highest in the remote, not because of density, but because 70% of our population is in the villages, 65 to 70%. So we have to give highest priority to them. We cannot afford to leave them behind. So that is my final thought with you all for the day. I have no ready answers. I'm looking to this group to come up with some answers, and the proceedings of the day will be documented, and we will get back to you with suitable recommendations as we go along. Thank you all for a very patient hearing. Um, have a good day. I wish you all the best. Thank you, Shashi. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ramachandran, for your inspiring words and for outlining the roadmap to achieving Digital Bharat through broadband connectivity. Your leadership and commitment to expanding broadband across India is truly commendable. And ladies and gentlemen, today we hear from two of the key players in the broadband space, Reliance Jio and Airtel, who are at the forefront of advancing India's broadband infrastructure. I have the privilege in first inviting Mr. Puneet Garg, President and Group Wireline CTO of Reliance Jio, to kindly share the perspective on wireline connectivity and how Jio is contributing to India's fiber optic network expansion. So let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Puneet Garg for the operator keynote address.
So good morning, everyone, and it is pleasure to be in front of you. Thank you, Shashiji, for arranging this wonderful event today. Thank you, distinguished chief guest, Neil sir, Robert sir, and other colleagues, including TV sir. So I'm going to cover today like a very interesting topic calling connecting the unconnected for digital Bharat. Uh, I guess we are not here for a match making connectivity, but it's a real connectivity where we are going to connect customers, their homes, and how we can bridge the digital divide which is still prevailing in our country. So I have very few slides. I will run them very, very quickly. Uh, so what is the real thing which is happening in the market? If you see, like we are having, which TV sir said, we have connectivity starting from rural villages all the way to urban areas. And if you see Is there any digital divide with mobile broadband, 4G coming in, 5G coming in, which Jio has taken a leadership position and rolled out world's fastest 5G connectivity in these kind of remote villages as well? Are we able to provide connectivity in those places? The answer is yes, because we are covering more than 60% of the villages now are connected on 5G. But in today's discussion, we are talking like how we are going to connect them on fixed broadband line, which is basically spanning across many technologies, which we'll discuss as we move forward. And the second important thing which we need to ensure is basically in this digital divide, like how we connect every Indian, every home with broadband. Because when we start connecting these homes with a very cost-effective model, which India is very famous for, and with these cost-effective models, if we can connect these homes in the remotest part of villages, then it is the real broadband experience which we can to give them. With that, they can be connected to the digital world. They can be connected to the world of uh, knowledge, and that's how we are going to create an economy which is basically based on knowledge. So what we are going to do with this whole thing is we are creating an economy which is knowledge based, and this knowledge based thing will be a bright future for all our new generation who is going to adopt this thing very quickly and start learning from it, whether they are sitting in the remotest parts of the villages or in the urban areas where they can access the same kind of content which a urban guy can see as well as a village guy can see. With this, we will be able to bring them the same finance models, the same kind of education, the same kind of telemedicines, the same kind of solutions which village guy can see as well as our person who is sitting in the corporate world can see. And this will ensure that we make our generation always stay connected and stay happy. And the important thing which I want to tell you is it's internet is not all about digital education, connecting people, etc., but it's about entertainment so that we can keep our customers happy. What Geo has done in last 7 years, very quick snapshot. We have built two digital platforms. One is a connectivity platform and second is a services platform. In the connectivity platforms, we are India's largest operator with over 1 million, uh, over 481 million customers between mobility and homes. We carry 60% of India's wireless traffic. Happy to tell you, we become India's largest and world's largest operator in terms of traffic carrying capacity. We carried 41 exabyte of data on our network, which is surpassed from China any operator. So this is a very good achievement. On a lighter note, if you see, like we are connecting more than US population, which is around 235 million US customers. On digital services platform, we are having our most popular portfolio applications, MyGeo, etc., with which we are able to give customers connectivity. We provide compute of 130 plus megawatt in this country, and we have 250 million Indians are currently using our broadband connectivity options. So what is there in terms of total scope? If you see in India, there are uh, like approximately between 100 and 101.4 billion people who are residing in 300 million homes in 4,000 cities and 650,000 villages. This is the scope of connectivity, in my opinion, from when we are talking about the true broadband. What are the solutions which we are exploring? We are exploring them connected on the fiber. We are rolling out fiber as we speak. Uh, then the Geo Air Fiber, the FWS slice with which we are connecting our customers. This is the only SA network on which we are proud to connect our customers much faster way than any other competing technology. And the remotest the part of the villages where we are not able to reach, then we are providing the connectivity through satellite. What is the opportunity? Opportunity is definitely reach. The faster we reach, better we will be able to provide connectivity to customers. The speed, this speed is both speed of execution as well as speed with which the customer start using the content and getting connected to the world. And the most important thing, as TV sir said very briefly, but I would be spending more time on how customer is experiencing it. It is not all about connectivity. We can connect customers on 10 Mbps speed, But really, the 10 Mbps speed is sufficient in today's parlance? The answer may be yes, maybe no. But in my strong belief is basically we need to provide the customer the true capacity or true throughput with which he can enjoy the services which he has opted for or which he is using for. So what would be the outcome? The outcome would be like with this approach, we would be able to connect every home in the country. The speed of execution will be fast with the product like Geo Air Fiber, and the quality of experience on Geo Fiber and with FTTH would be same, so that customer will be able to enjoy the same quality of service what we have opt for or providing on the FTTH. So now we have connected the customer, right? Now, if we go inside the customer home, if you see the home or the broadband in home is called Wi-Fi. The customer with whom I speak, nobody tell me like it's a Geo fixed line network or something. They always tell your Wi-Fi. So now internet or broadband has become changed to a Wi-Fi. Earlier, so that Wi-Fi needs to be on, that needs to be always connected, and that needs to provide the quality of experience which is similar to what we are seeing outside home, which is based on 4G, 5G, which is always on. 10 years back, there were only 2 or 3 devices used to be connected on the network. Now what we are seeing on an average 7 to 8 devices are getting connected on the network. And these devices basically ranges, you all are user of these devices at home. So you know more better than me like how these devices are consuming Wi-Fi or data bytes at home. So what is happening with this whole thing is your network, which we used to run from data centers or from POPs, now started shifting towards the home. So now home is becoming a mini network, right? And if I'm going to connect 100 million homes, then I need to manage these 100 million mini networks, right? Which is not going to be physically possible with humans. So what we are going to do is basically we need to bring AI and ML capability, and we need to create kind of solution with which these all 100 million small mini networks can be monitored, managed, and managed by the customer himself. He does not need to come to the operator and telling us, hey, my this thing is working, this thing is not working, I need to buy this solution, I need to pay this way. These all things should happen through system automatically. And this is the paradigm under which Geo is working. We are taking the smart home into a next level of connectivity where customer, whatever want to do it at its home, we are making it possible. This is one of the customers. I would not be taking her name. She's thanking Geo that we have made her life so easy at her home that from morning to evening, whatever she does at home, it is all digital. She walks into kitchen, she is able to, her lights gets on, she is able to make the her morning breakfast, and all the daily mundane and routine jobs she is able to do it through the system. So the whole thing is basically we are creating AI enabled homes with which we are able to provide the smart services in the home. And with these 100 million homes, we are going to create 100 million AI connected homes in this part of the world. So again, from 300 million homes, we have taken a charter of connecting this 100 million AI enabled homes. Continuing on the same thing, as I spoke, we need to connect these homes. We need to provide the Wi-Fi experience at home. The third thing is basically these 100 million small network, mini networks. We need to empower customers so that they can manage what they want to see, what they want to buy, what they want to fix. And on the same line, what we have done is basically we have created a MyGeo app on the mobile handset, so they can pay all their services of broadband through a single click. They can subscribe any services from the mobile application. They can monitor, watch, add, delete any of the services which they want to see or we want to remove from the system. So this is what we are doing very proudly in the market. This is all AI and ML enabled, and this has the highest viewership and that has the highest download application in India. So what we are giving, we are giving customer experience so that they can make their life comfortable and they can enjoy the real power of broadband. What is our product proposition? Product proposition is very simple. We are making home broadband enabled. We are making them TV connected, and then we are making them smart devices. So where are we so far? So far we have connected 14 million customers. We are in present like we are in present home pass like around 70 million home passes we have done so far. Our customers are enjoying up to 1 Gbps speed, and set-top box side on an average, like they are watching 6 hours of content per day, and we are seeing 400 gigabyte of data download per month per customer, which is from an international market perspective. If I see US is consuming around 500 gigabyte per month, and we are approaching very close to 400 gigabyte per month. TV sir has taken briefly spoken about it. What we are seeing is basically by 2030, we believe these numbers will be 4 times than what we are seeing it today. So with this kind of humongous growth of network, with this kind of humongous growth of data, we need to have a super highways which needs to carry this traffic to our data centers, to the international POPs, so that the content can be given to customer. Geo Air Fiber is accelerating these connected homes, and our vision of 100 million homes will be getting realized through this Geo Fiber. If I peep into very briefly, like what is happening on to Geo Air Fiber, it is very simple thing. We are deploying an ODCP outside the customer home. That ODCP gets connected on 5G network to the nearest base station G node B, and from that ODCP we pull a cable and get connected to the home gateway of the customer. And then all the services which customer want to use, whether it's a 8K streaming, 4K streaming, or surveillance, or anything which customer wants to see or use, is getting realized for them the same way what FTTH used to offer. So I'm not going to discuss anything today on FTTH because we have spoken many times on FTTH, but FWA is giving a lot of fast speed of execution, and we are able to connect more India as we speak. Seamless geo experience system of set-top boxes. We have connected 16 OTT application on our platform. It's a single sign-on. With a single click, customer can watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, anything which Hotstar or Geo Fiber or Geo Cinema. Everything is possible through a single click. So customer do not need to buy separate packs and then keep on logging in from email to email into this whole thing. So with this, what we are doing is we are connecting the unconnected, and I'm pretty confident that next time when we meet, we'll be having a more better story to tell in terms of number of connected homes are increased, and customers are enjoying more and more services that we are selling in the market. With this, thank you very much, and Shashi, thank you very much for organizing this.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Garg, for providing us with insights into how Reliance Jio is driving the fiber optic evolution in India, creating a robust broadband ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now honored to hear from our guest of honor, Sri A. Robert J. Ravi, Chairman and Managing Director, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, BSNL. BSNL, which is one of the biggest connectivity provider of the country, has been a pillar of connectivity in India. BSNL plays a crucial role in India's telecommunication landscape, ensuring that even the remotest area are not left behind in our digital journey. And let's put our hands together to welcome our guest of honor, Sri A. Robert J. Ravi, for his kind address.
Respected our youth, so administrator sub. I think Shashidhar and my friend PV, Puneet, and our dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, it's again a pleasure to be again with you all here in the second broadband summit. In the first was around first. I think when we talk about broadband, as TV was mentioning and Puneet was also mentioning, the world is completely converging. Those days when we talk about this broadband was there more than 20 years now. We have been talking about broadband for 20 years. But if you see the real broadband speed-wise on the penetration, as TV put in one of the slide, we have hardly touched 12% in India. Of course, the global average may be a little more, but still we have a long way to go to taste the real success of broadband even after 20 years. Because of evolving technology, we may claim that our mobile penetration on the data side may have reached 83%. if you do the what is the real data speed of a real broadband speeds, on which we can have mobile data available, we are still long way to go. So with this, I think all of us know that we always talk about in any other broadband forums, a very important talk we say a 10% growth will increase X% in GDP. This is all we have done. But another very interesting statistics that has come up is if I can give a high-speed internet access to my youth and my population, I can increase the job opportunity by 10 to 13% when we offer such high-speed data. There's no doubt on this. The societal changes, the societal needs, or whatever I think we last time I spoke about in DOT, we had trying to do what we call the intelligent villages. Unless whatever may be your technology that you bring today, you talk about the AI learned analytics or the blockchain for the trusted network, or any of the sensors which take the IoT sensors which can take data and do analytics. Unless these information are really assimilated and reach the society, the benefits of the society, there's no use of this technology. So we try to do this as part of this intelligent villages, as we all know. Can I take high-speed networks to the villages? We selected some 10 villages and we are growing in thousand numbers. Now, on one side, when I was trying to say we are going on a converged network, we can not only think, yes, I will offer only high-speed data only on fiber. With the technological revolution going on, we can more bits, even hertz in your wireless. So I can even reach even 1G. Yeah, it's possible. Technologies are available. We talk about 6G technologies where we even talk about terahertz. So the ultimate, the user point of view is worried about whether you give fiber on a wireless or a SATCOM. He's worried about what the speed we give and what the quality of experience he gets on this. One of the other thing which we all know is there should be always a combination of all, a converged media of all. Probably that's why Wi-Fi became one of the popular hotspots, which TV was mentioning. In BSNL, we are trying to do a bit. We call it Sarvatra Wi-Fi, where anyone can walk anywhere and they'll be able to access. We are trying to attempt one such in a few states. So we are trying to say, can I offer given speeds of 100 M to each villages? Thankful, so we are even trying to pilot this out from around more than 1,000 villages, where I can really say, can I offer 100 M in each of these villages? While that is going to be the great phenomena where we speed, the societal needs of, say, your education, your health, every aspect of this will automatically grow when we try to give this connectivity. It's not the connectivity of the unconnected. Only when you connect the unconnected, the real development happens. Of course, with this small thing, I wanted also touch a bit upon what the future of broadband, what is the expectation of the customer today when we go and meet the customer, what the customer thinks about. These are the key trends today. People talk about what we have. Can I have something like fiber to, what do you say, every room? Fiber to every room means the speed of 1G or 10G, which we can assure on fiber. Can I take to each room? So a new concept of fiber to rooms has been evolving. That's the issue on it. So can we really touch about this interaction of the fiber-like thing on the room where I can assure customers up to 1G? And with the real evolution of AI and self-optimization technologies that were available, but networks could automatically optimize to the best. And with new methodology like managed networks, ad hoc networks that is going to come into play, we are going to see automatic self-optimization of the network, which will enable the customer really get what he needs. And this is also coming with new areas in energy. We call self-sustaining energy. So where we are going to see devices where you charge once and leave it. For 50 years, you don't need to charge. So that's the other new things areas coming up. We're talking about a different green energy, efficient thing. All this is going to drive, we were all talking about Can I see 4K video? Can I see 8K video on my mobiles? This is the one which we are thinking about. A new trend is evolving. Can I go into a complete immersive media, XR, VR, AR, where I can really feel into an immersive action? That is again the leveraging. These are going to be the trend that is going to keep network really bandwidth hungry applications. And our PON, the age-old PON, we started about GPONs, CPONs, EPONs, etc. Now we are even talking about next generation PONs, where new techniques are also evolving in the PON environment also. And the operator side also, we also think about how I can segmentize customers and operate and give them a quality of experience with tired media, so that I can even still play around with my premium customers. So this is the general trend that is happening. On the other side, the entire network of the fiberization, the penetration is all moving into what we call a one network area. We talk about OTN, transfer networks, we talk about MAN networks, and these are all been made today made in India by our own companies. We are not talking about other companies. The made in India products, which we can do. And such projects today can directly plug and play, not only enterprise related, even plug and play your BTS. You can plug and play your houses with XR videos. And we can play any industrial IR. We are also doing DOT, we are trying to do a research on impact of IR 4.0 in the MSME sector. We have identified 10 sectors, some research areas are going on. When this industry itself need to really revamp, you have this IR 4.0 that have come into play. That is going to again take a lot of bandwidth, not in gig, maybe 1 gig or 10 gigs, etc. So with this, the key metrics is, can we can see a substantial reduction in the consumer complaints and a real increase in NLS. With all this, again, going back to what I say, the AI-led optimization, that is another very key area that is happening. Not only on the mobile networks, it could happen in your core networks, in edge networks, any networks. Now we are even talking about MECs, mobile edge computing, where I can push the computing to the edges, the devices. In 6G, they say even your devices can act like an antenna. It can reflect, each of our mobile phones can act as an antennas. So that will help in a real self-optimization. It's a very good initiative that we have. The government, we are also pushing, and there are a lot of Indian firms which we are also developing. We have our own indigenous technology available, which is also able to push this in a date way, where we can do real predictive analytics, real automation, real-time decision making on the fly. A decision could be taken. Now, going into the speed, we all listened about, as I mentioned, we were all talking about VoIPs, 4K videos, 8K videos. You can see that each homes are now going to go XRVO, real analytic, which is going to take up to how much? 2 gig each one of your rooms that we talk about. On the right hand side, you can see that there is going to by 2026, there's going to be exponential growth in various services the customer is requiring, from videos, from real-time video application, the pay channels, entertainment, XR, VR application, etc. This is on one side. We as operator also slowly moving into what we call how efficiently I can serve my customer. Can I develop some sort of a metaverse environment where the customer walks into my metaverse environment and will be able to solve any of his activities immediately, which also requires, could be a complete virtual environment, which could be also built on a platform in his own place, in his own room. That is what we call real extended reliability on general AI, which is going to be leveraged today by many of the players. Of course, today worldwide, some of the players have already started. BSN also is already trials we have started on these particular way of metaverse thing. Can I really do some sort of a real metaverse environment for my customers? This is going to be really capturing really your bandwidth hungry customers. And this is what I was mentioning on the trend of the consumers and from the operator point of view. All along, we have been talking about a pure high-speed tired network. We were thinking Okay, can I put a Wi-Fi router? I can put one, and then probably I'll have a low speed, medium speed, high speed. I can segment my customers, high speed customers, premiums, medium or low speed customers, accordingly charge. This concept is completely changing into what we call QE based hiring, quality of experience, which means I the operators are coming out with different ideas. Can I still segment it? Maybe a low will still remain, a medium will still remain, but in I segment, can I add more features? Quality of service, Wi-Fi mesh. Can I create a mesh area for them and provides premium support? These are some of the things that is going to really require as we grow upon the requirement. We expect by 2030, every house will require a 10G and every enterprise will require even TV. That is what the prediction which we have, under which the underlying network needs to be developed. If the broadband industry has to grow, it has, when the sector of the broadband goes, need to do, we need to plan this very important model. Another very interesting thing which is coming up is what we call one service for all model, which was earlier into a completely differentiated app. With new technologies available, using my mobile sector, I can have slicing. I can slice the entire network of my 5G. I can offer any end-to-end auditing, control, mechanism to the end user. As a customer, I can offer a services where you can do your own auditing, control, error. The we something like a dumb pipe which the operators can give. So that is the amount of things which are also being planned across it. We are also trying this out in a few places, where one classic example will be examination centers, where can I have examination papers being distributed half an hour before the actual examination, where the complete audit and control through a printer being really printed online is being made. These are some of the service-oriented networks that we try to create as operators using the same physical infrastructure. This will allow us to also create some premium pricing, which different network characteristics, which could really help and serve the customers in a better one, pushing customers from what we have, real high ARPU customers. With this, I think this is the wave that is going on. We talked about all the leading operators today. We are just right now, we are only in BB3 and BB4, where we are just talking about what HD or UHD 4G and a bit of XR/VR we are trying to do in some selected cities, not everywhere. But in 3 to 4 years, we are going to think about what we have 5.5, where we will have a complete free viewpoint, metaverse environment in a workplace, everywhere, computing. Your entire house could become your workspace. For that, you require high-speed internet. And just next to it, what we have a real mission critical application on an industrial automation, complete end to end with total high speed, running even up to terabits for each enterprise. 3.2 terabits, that's the estimate they have for each enterprises, will become a reality. So in summary, these are the 6 key themes that is going to define and set the stage for the broadband in future, which friends, we need to really look at and plan ourselves, either as an operator or as an OEM or as a device manufacturer, to see that the 6 key things are augmented customer experience, which I explained to you, new age integration, irrespective of whether it is NGN, 100G, 10G, you should have a perfect new age tech integration happening. Tiered quality of experience, non-terrestrial network. That's very, very interesting. Irrespective of whether you are in a spaceship or in a submarine or in a satellite or in your land, you should have a seamless connectivity. That's what thought about it. And we also talk about one service all model and real high tech, ultra high tech networks that uses optimization. Friends, yes, we have a long way to go from India. As I mentioned, the real broadband, whatever we claim we may have 83%, real broadband is today 8 crores to at around 10 crores. We need to see that at least can I do this penetration to 12, double it? Can I double it further? Can I reach 24% of my household penetration by 24? And this is a reality. This is the vision of the Prime Minister's vision, where we launched our digital India initiative in 2015, and we really thought about a thought-provoking area of the scale, the speed, and the scope of this transformation is really imaginative. That's what the Prime Minister mentioned. This will actually set the goal to a real universal high-speed internet access that really bridges the digital divide, harness all the emerging technologies, and will become the key tenets of the 2047 vision of the country. Thank you, friends.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for your valuable insights and for highlighting the BSNL's role in expanding connectivity across India. Your commitment to bridging the digital gap is certainly inspiring. We now have the pleasure of hearing from industry leaders who are innovating solutions to strengthen India's broadband infrastructure.